Do you hate ads? I hate ads. You know what I love? Patreon.com/inkdependence, where patrons get access to a patron-only Discord, ad-free videos, and the joy of knowing they help support this channel. Hello folks, welcome to Inkdependence. I'm Mike, and today I have a quick video for you on some pens that I found at Target. I hadn't seen these before, so I'm like, yeah, I'll pick these up. I think it was like, I don't know, $3 for 2 pens. So I'm like, yeah, why not? This is the Uniball Zento from their boho collection, which are interesting looking pens. They remind me of a few other pens, although there are some things that are different. So worth checking out, I think. It says liquid gel ink color black. I do wish they had other colors rather than black. Just give me a, I don't know, black and a blue, or just all blue or something. I don't really want to write with black that often, but yeah, that's what they give me. Ultra smooth, fast drying, liquid gel ink, seamless, soft grip barrel. That all sounds pretty good. On the back, it shows some stuff: strong, spring-loaded clip, expanded, seamless grip for ultimate comfort, dark, crisp lines. And then it says it's made from 76% recycled material, which is pretty cool. Extremely vivid ink and sleek design for mindful and meditative writing. That sounds good. Designed and made in Japan, etc., etc. So that all seems pretty good. I opened these up the other day because I want to just kind of take a look at them. So let's pull them out of here. And these are a nice, very stylish, kind of chill looking pen, I think. I like the way that these look. I think they're attractive. I like the white pens. I think that that's a really cool look. It's very modern. A lot of pen brands are doing a white pen these days, and I think it's a good look. Here, cat hair stuck on my pen here. And then this one is kind of like a, I don't know, a peachy pink kind of salmony sort of color, which is likewise pretty good. You can see up here, there's the seam, but the rest of the barrel is seamless. And it does have sort of a nice soft feel to it. Don't mind the ink on my finger here. But yeah, nice soft feel to it. Interesting little white ring around the opening there. You can't see it on the white one really, obviously, but it's pretty obvious on the peach one. Let's see what that is. Oh, I think that is just that's just where the outside material ends. So that's interesting. Then I'll wrap it around. As you can see, it opens there at the high on the center line. Has a different refill than the other Uniballs that we'll look at today. This one says Zento UBR-7-Z-07, which is different from the other gel roller balls. I'm not sure if it's a different ink formulation. It does feel nice, which is good. You want that from a pen. The clip is sturdy, nice, got a nice little, how fast that goes. Nice little spring, easy to rock onto things. That's pretty good. It's going to have a pretty good hold on to your clothes or to other papers if you put them on there. Does say Zento and 0.7 up there with the Uniball. The knock. Yeah, very pleasing click on that knock. I think that's pretty darn good. And it writes perfectly well. There's no, I've got no complaints about its writing ability here. I've just written with this one just a little bit, some scribbles and some like light note-taking stuff before I did this video. And yeah, no problems at all. It's a very nice gel ink, as you expect from a Uniball. Uniball makes some of the best gels, I think, out there. And yeah, this is a perfectly good one. Very nice, vivid black ink. No smearing or anything like that. That's pretty good. I don't know that they make any claims about this one being like fraud proof or anything like that. They do that with the 207 and 307 lines, but they don't seem to do that with these. So I don't know if I would say like, you should write every check with this one or something like that. Grab yourself a Signo or a the 207 Plus, I think, is the best of the gel pens out there. But this one writes really nicely. I've got no complaints about how this writes. This is the Zento. That's pretty good. So a few other pens this kind of looks like. Of course, it looks a bit like the Uniball 1. You can see they're sharing some DNA here. Whoops, dropped it. This one does have a much shorter grippy section. You can see the seam is right there on the Uniball 1. The knock feels about the same, but it looks very different. And the clip is a little bit different. Not too much. And in fact, they're probably the same, except for this one has, you can see this little cover here that goes over it. That one's round instead of having this little sort of, I don't know, oblate sphere, I guess is what I would call that, an oval. So you get you see the side instead of this one where it's kind of contained. But otherwise, that is pretty well the same clip. It doesn't have as much of a kick out as the one does. I think sometimes when this is clipped to things, it has a tendency to catch on stuff because it has such a high kick. But this one, I think, is definitely enough to get you over some papers without, without catching on other stuff. So that's a nice little improvement. And also, I think the ink in this one is better than the one, although they have changed the one's ink since I bought one's. This one is actually pretty darn good. This is one of the newer ones I have, I believe, and it writes pretty well. It's a much finer line. You can actually see it's a little bit like thready. You get some like almost like railroading there, where you can see where the ball was hitting the paper and not getting enough ink down. You don't see that from the Zento, so I think they might have changed the Uniball 1 ink since I got this one, but I can't really be sure. There's also, of course, this one, which is the Uniball 1P, and it has the same clip action. It's got a very different knock on it, and this is kind of the short, stubby version, which I think is the worst of these. I would say don't get these. They look cool, and they come in some fun colors. Like, it comes in an orange. It's kind of darker than this one, and I like the look, and I like that it has this metal down here at the bottom. It does give it a nice little bit of like tip heaviness, and the click is really good. And I also really like how they stuffed just a full-size gel refill in this tiny pen, because it goes all the way up into the knock. Like it's all the way up in there, that's a neat little design thing. What they did mess up on, though, is that this grip is just hard, slippery plastic. Like your fingers would just slip off of it. In fact, I was showing this to somebody at a pen show, and I squeezed it too hard, and it shot out of my hand like a watermelon seed because of the way this is like has this cone, and it like flew. I don't know. It flew several yards before hitting the ground. Like I can't even hold on to the darn thing. I really wish this was grippy. Like this. Just give me this on the little pen. Now they do have one that's called the Uniball 1, I don't know, F or something like that, which is this size, but like I want to say it's kind of this thickness or something. I don't have one. I've only seen one once, but it has this nice heavier nose cone and that sort of thing, but it is grippy up the barrel, and that's the mistake here, and they didn't make that here. This feels good. Now, I do imagine that this white pen's going to get a little bit grubby over time, but I don't know. I mean, this one kind of hasn't. It's still pretty darn white. I have a couple other pens that are in this vein that have like white bodies and grippy sections and that sort of thing. So this is the Pilot Ilmali. It's a Japanese edition of these, and this is a very nice one. It's got a very different kind of feel to it, but it has the same sort of like pearly white body as a grippy section. And of course the Zebra Sarasa R's come in a white as well, with a very nice grippy section down here, and then a white barrel and all that jazz. And these are all also gel pens. So this white barrel trend has really kind of taken off, and there are others you can throw in this as well, like this one, the Zebra Blend. Those are the only ones I have at hand that are like that. But I mean, this is five different pens, all the same kind of deal going on. But yeah, the Zento is perfectly nice, and I think the price is very good on this. At like $3 for 2 pens, quite good. So this one I haven't taken the little ball tip off of. I figured I'd just leave it on there for a while and use the peachy one, because why not? That's the new one. So check that out at your local Targets or what have yous, probably at all the big box stores. This is the smaller tip size, so if they make this in a 0.5, I actually really like the 0.5 millimeter. And by the way, this is why I say that they probably have changed the Uniball 1 ink, because this black one, which is definitely the newest of my Uniball 1s, is way better than that blue black. Just you can see the density of the ink is much better and the line is nicer. So they might have changed that, and that's good. But the Zento does have different markings on the ink cartridge, and that makes me think that maybe they did their own ink for this. Oh, whoops. Maybe they did their own ink for this one, but I can't be sure. There's some mystery. They always leave a little mystery with these gel pens. So there you go. That's the Uniball Zento. Go and check that out at your favorite big box store. Let me know what you think about these, because I think they're pretty classy. It's a nice looking pen. It'd be good for back to school or something. Grab it for the summer, write a note to your grandma. Until next time, I'll see you in another video. Peace out.